You know us as Psquare. The music, the energy, the brotherhood, it was real, it was us. But like any family, our story goes deeper than the lights and the fame. Paul and I were twins, connected in a way most people can't grasp. We shared a passion for music that took the world by storm. But behind the scenes, our journey was far from perfect. For years, we navigated the industry together, celebrating victories and facing challenges as one. But over time, cracks began to appear in our foundation. Disagreements about our music, our direction, and the management of our affairs created a rift between us. These were internal struggles, family matters we tried to resolve privately. However, these private matters started to affect our public lives. The harmony that once defined Psquare was fading, replaced by tension and uncertainty. We owed it to our fans, our family, and ourselves to address these issues head-on. It was a painful realization, acknowledging that the brotherhood we cherished was strained by forces beyond our music. But we knew we couldn't keep going on like that. Something had to change. The recent issues with the EFCC have brought our private battles into the public eye, and there's been a lot of speculation and misinformation. Let me be clear, I was never involved in any fraudulent activities. My silence isn't guilt, it's pain. It hurts to see my twin brother caught up in such a situation. It hurts even more to know that our personal and business entanglements are at the heart of it. But I believe in the justice system, and I trust that the truth will prevail. My focus right now is on protecting my family, my integrity, and my legacy. The music we created as Psquare belongs to the fans, and I'll always cherish those memories. But it's time for me to move forward, to build something new, and to seek peace amidst the storm. The discovery of Northside Music was a turning point for me. For years, Paul and I operated under the assumption that we were equals in Psquare. But Northside revealed a different story. It became clear that decisions were being made, deals were being struck, and profits were being generated without my full knowledge or consent. This wasn't just about money. It was about trust, transparency, and the very foundation of our partnership. How could we stand on stage as brothers, singing about unity and love, when behind the scenes there was secrecy and a blatant disregard for our shared dreams? The revelation of Northside Music wasn't just a business matter, it was a betrayal of our brotherhood. It cut deep, shaking my faith in the bond I thought we had. Section 4, a brother's plea ignored, seeking resolution behind closed doors. Before any legal documents, before any public statements, I reached out to Paul. I tried to speak to him as his twin, as his brother, not as his business partner. I pleaded with him to explain Northside, to be upfront about the financial dealings, to reassure me that our partnership wasn't built on a foundation of deceit. But my pleas fell on deaf ears. Jude, our brother and former manager, was also involved in Northside. Instead of mediating, instead of encouraging transparency, he chose to protect the status quo. He prioritized his and Paul's interests over the truth and the future of Psquare. Their silence spoke volumes. It was a confirmation of my fears, a realization that the people I trusted most had turned their backs on me. The pain of that betrayal was, and still is, immeasurable. Section 5, the difficult decision, choosing transparency and justice. Taking legal action against my own brother was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. It wasn't about revenge or greed. It was about seeking accountability and protecting my own interests. I had a responsibility to myself, my family, and my future to ensure that everything was done above board. The legal battle was long, arduous, and emotionally draining. It was splashed across newspapers, debated on social media, and scrutinized by the public. But throughout it all, I held on to my truth, knowing that I had nothing to hide. This wasn't about winning or losing, it was about standing up for what I believed in, even if it meant standing alone. It was about demanding the transparency and honesty that should have been there from the start. Section 6, moving forward, a new chapter, a hope for reconciliation. Today I stand as Peter Okoye, a solo artist, a businessman and a man on a journey of healing. The music industry lost Psquare, and that's a tragedy in itself. But sometimes you have to lose yourself to find yourself. The pain of betrayal may never fully disappear, but I choose to focus on the future. I choose to believe in forgiveness, in reconciliation, and in the possibility that someday, somehow, our brotherhood can be mended. This isn't the end of our story. It's just a new chapter. And who knows, maybe one day our paths will cross again, both on stage and off, under the banner of love, respect, and true brotherhood. Until then, I wish Paul and Jude all the best in their endeavours. I harbour no ill will, only a deep sadness for what could have been.